In yesterday class we discussed now upgrading and downgrading of locks. Okay. See here upgrading and downgrading the locks. If a transaction is holding an exclusive lock or an object, simply downgrade to shared lock after completion of its update. And similarly, a shared lock can be upgraded to exclusive lock on particular data item. No other transaction is holding exclusive lock on same data item. Locking can be executed serial or concurrent execution of transaction. See down here, serial and concurrent execution diagram. We have two transactions, T1 and T2. This is the example for transaction, and this is the example for concurrent transaction. See, serial transaction means what? If one transaction completed, then we can go for other transaction. We are able to allow second transaction. If first transaction successfully completed means, then only we can allow second transaction. See here, this is shared transaction, shared lock on a data item. We are reading that a data item. This is exclusive locking. After that, we are writing the a data item. Then we are committed. That means we are saving all updates permanently. Okay. That means the transaction completed successfully. Even after that, we are going for second transaction. The transaction to an exclusive lock, that is on data item A, and we performed a write operation, then committed. So first transaction completed. Then we are going for second transaction. That is called serial transaction, serial execution. One by one. Coming to concurrent execution transaction, see here we have transaction T1 and T2. Shared transaction, S of A means shared lock on a data item, and we are performing read operation on a data item. Then in the T2 transaction, we are performing locking exclusive lock on a data item. Then we are committed. Committed, we are performing exclusive lock on a data item, performing write after, then we. So here we are. So if you are doing mistake, this is called concurrent. Performing T1 and as well as T2. That is the first. Okay. See here, implementing locks. Here system maintains a lock manager, okay, which maintains two tables called lock table and lock transaction table. Lock table and lock transaction table. Okay. Every database maintains a lock manager which maintains two tables called lock table and transaction table. This lock table consists of information regarding to locks of the item. So that's our number of transactions holding lock. First one, number of transactions holding lock. Okay. Second one is nature of locks, means shared lock or exclusive lock. Pointer to the number of locks required in a queue in given object. Okay. These are the implementing locks rules. And the transaction table contains list of transactions and the corresponding locks are assigned. These are implementing locks. This is called implementing lock. First thing is what? Here we need to remember first, every database management system maintains a lock manager with which maintain two tables called a lock table and transaction table. Lock table and transaction table. First one is what? Lock table and transaction table. And then the lock table, this first one, lock table consists of information regarding to the locks on the data item. So what type of number of holding lock, okay, and the nature of lock, and third one is pointed to the number of locks requested in queue in given object. And the transaction table contains list of transaction table, list of transactions and the corresponding lock assigned. The information these two tables contains. Okay. So here discuss protocol here. The most commonly used concurrency protocol is the timestamp based protocol. This protocol uses either system time or logical counter as a timestamp. It starts working as soon as it is created. Every transaction has a timestamp associated with it, and the age of remember this. Okay, then only we can understand that the transaction time-based protocol. Every data item is given. This lets the system know when the last read and write operation is performed on the data item. Each transaction is used a timestamp when it enters into the system. Every read and write operations will be marked with a timestamp of the occurrences. The timestamp based to identify the transactions. This timestamp is unique identifier. The timestamp protocol determines the serializability order, and it is most commonly used concurrency protocol. And it uses either the system time or logical counter as a timestamp. So these are the important points regarding to timestamp based protocol. Can I repeat it again? See here, the most commonly used concurrency protocol is a timestamp based protocol. This uses either system time or logical counter as a timestamp. It starts working as soon as the transaction is created. Every transaction has a timestamp associated with it, and the ordering is determined by the age of the transaction. Every data item is given the latest write timestamp. This lets the system know when the last read and write operation was performed on the data item. Here, each transaction is issued as a timestamp when it enters into the system. Every read and write operations will be marked with the timestamp occurrences. Timestamp based protocol helps database management system to identify transactions. The timestamp is a unique identifier. The timestamp protocol determines the serializable order and is only two of the logical count. When the timestamp ordering protocol
Sir,
you explain the diagram, then only you can understand. Yes, no.
sir, your voice is stuck. We can't hear. It's not clear, sir. We
Your
can't
voice is
understand.
not clear.
Yes, sir, your voice is not clear.
Okay. Are you getting my voice clear or not?
No, sir, you are not getting.
Everything, my side is everything. Is my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir, screen is visible.
Voice is not clear.
Yes, sir, it is stucking in middle. We can't understand what you are saying.
Okay, I will explain with the diagram, then you can understand. What are all are for timestamp based protocol? See, what is timestamp? Here, it is a unique value assigned to a transaction. See, do you know what a timestamp example? See, this is the timestamp. Time, date, and time. So that is unique value. We can assign to the transaction T1, T2, whatever it is. Okay. Here in the timestamp based protocol, we don't have deadlock. Here we don't have any deadlock. We have a transaction T of I that represents timestamp of T of I. See, what is this equation? TS means what? Timestamp. T of I means this is transaction. Here I represents numeric number. Transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3, and so on. Okay. We are performing two operations here. Read operation, write operation. On what? On what? On timestamp. Read operation on timestamp. Operation on timestamp. Yes, read the timestamp. On data item X. how we can read this? This means read timestamp of the timestamp of youngest transaction which perform operation. What is the meaning of read timestamp of X? The timestamp of youngest transaction which has performed read operation. Youngest means latest. Okay. Second one is what? Write operation, right? Write the timestamp. Of X item. That means what? Can you say? What is the meaning of this stamp or youngest or latest? Okay, transaction which has write operation. Okay. What is the read timestamp of X? The timestamp of youngest transaction. What does timestamp mean? That means youngest transaction which has performed a write operation. So remember these 2 points here: read timestamp and write timestamp. Timestamp of transaction 1, okay, that is lesser than 2. Timestamp of transaction 2 and one is T2. This is the order. If it is in this position, we have that rules here. First see the rules once, then I will draw one table, then I can explain. See the below are the timestamp based ordering protocol based on Thomas Wright have written. If transaction Ti use a read of okay, transaction Ti. Ti means what here? Number of transaction T1, T2, T3 and so on, Tn operation Ti. And we are performing here read of X operation. See the rule here. If timestamp of Ti less than write timestamp of X, then operation has rejected. Operation has rejected. Okay. Second rule. See here. If timestamp of Ti greater than or equal to write timestamp of X, then operation has executed. The transaction value must be greater than or equal to with the write timestamp of X, then the operation will be executed. There is no problem. Here the transaction value Ti is less than write timestamp of X, writing timestamp of X, then so all data item timestamps are must be updated. This is the first rule. And second thing, if the transaction Ti issues write X operation, here we are performing write X operation, write operation X data item. So if timestamp of Ti less than read timestamp of X, then operation has rejected. Two things you need to remember here: which operation is going to be rejected and which operation is going to be executed. Okay, while you are performing transactions, you need to remember these conditions. If the timestamp of Ti less than read timestamp, then operation going to be rejected. If the timestamp of Ti less than write timestamp of X, then operation rejected and Ti performing rollback operation, then it is going to be clear. So otherwise operations, okay, we'll see, we'll extend with the schema here. Listen clearly, then you can understand. We have transaction T1 and the transaction T2 and the transaction T3. Here the timestamp is the time 10. This is 10 hours 10 minutes 10:15. See the timestamp here, observe clearly. So how you can write this timestamp? Timestamp symbol is what? TS. The transactions represent T of I. What is TS here? Timestamp of transaction Ti. I means number of transactions. T1, T2, T3 and so on Ti. Okay. This is the timestamp we assign to each and every transaction. You can observe clearly. The first timestamp value I am giving 100. Okay. And the second transaction 200. And the third transaction 300. Schema here. Which one is youngest? Tell me. This is first one, right? That means this is older one. This is younger one. And this is youngest one. Okay, that means what is the latest value of transaction Ti? Yes, all of you, tell me which one is latest. Which one is latest value? See the rule. Which one I need to consider is not applicable. We need to know based on the rules. We already know the rules, right? Then tell me which one is latest. Which one I can consider. Okay. transaction T1, transaction T2, and transaction T3. See here, in transaction T1, I said, right? Where is it? Are you understanding, all of you? Based on the timestamp, which one is already I explained right here, the rules. Based on that, which one is latest one, which one is youngest? The latest is youngest. So that means the value we can consider as 300. This is the 300 is latest one, right? So we can take this one, this value only, based on this protocol. If you are performing read and write operation, just now explained, right? Read timestamp and write timestamp. See, based on that we can explain this also. So I'm going to perform one operation. See, I'm going to perform one read operation. In transaction 1, I'm performing read operation on a data item. See, clearly observe here. Read operation on a data item in the transaction 1, and the transaction 2, and read operation on transaction 3. Now tell me so in action values 30 so that tell me timestamp of read of a, which value we are going to send. Now that tell me here we are performing read operation, right? Read t timestamp of read operation timestamp of a data item value. What is the value here? Yes, all of you. If you tell me, then we can go ahead. Otherwise, we'll stop here till you understand. Just consider latest value. How you know latest value? First, what transaction we perform? Read operation on a data item in the transaction 1. This is first one, right? Then this is second one. Then this is third one. So which one is latest? We performed first. Now which one is latest? What is the value of timestamp of a data? What is the latest one? Transaction, which one is latest? Which one is the latest one? That is, we will consider as a read timestamp data item value.
Sir, your voice is striking.
Are you understanding?
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Come again.
Your voice is totally stucking, sir. And from the last 2 minutes, we can't hear anything, whatever you said.
Okay, I will repeat it again. Is it clear till now? Do you understand this? Do you understand this? What is TS here? All of you. Now are you clear about my voice? Yes, ma, are you getting my voice or not?
Okay, sir, it's okay now.
Is it clear now?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
See here, we are performing multiple operations, multiple transactions, T1, T2 and T3. See, remember here, we need to remember two things. Read timestamp, write timestamp. So we need to find that values. So which one we need to consider if you are performing multiple transactions? Latest one we need to consider. Okay. The equation like this. Timestamp of transaction Ti. Here TS means timestamp and T of Ti means transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3. Here I means integer values 1, 2, 3 and so on. Ti. So here we are performing transaction 1, transaction 2 and transaction 3. Okay. So this is the timestamp is 10, here 10, 10 and 10, 10, 10, 10, 50. Which one is latest ma? 10, 50 is 10. That is the transaction 2 I have done. That is 200. 50. 100. This is English. Now, if the value, English value is what? 300. We can consider as 300. So, your operation, write operation on timestamp. See, we are performing read operation for transaction T1. This is first one, older. This is younger. The latest one is this one. The latest one, T3. Okay. Here the value is at 10 rupees 20 and transaction fee is 30. Okay. Now tell me, from these transactions, the timestamp based protocol, according to timestamp based protocol rules, what is the read timestamp of data item A value? What is the value? can just value. The read timestamp of a data item, the value is what? Finally 30. That is read timestamp. Coming to write timestamp, you are performing T1 transaction, then T2 transaction, then T3 transaction. See, my write operation means symbol is what? W. Write of a data item. You are performing first, means older one. Next, write of a data item and write of a data item at T3 transaction. Okay. Now the value 10, 20 and 30. Yes, all of you. Now tell me the value of write timestamp. Write timestamp on a data item. What is the value? Yes, all of you. At least tell me now. You have seen the read operation, right? Read timestamp value. Same here also. Tell me. Can anyone reply for this? Considered here, you can consider the latest value. What is the latest value in T1, T2, T3 transactions? What is the latest operation?
T3, 30.
T3. T3 is latest. See, first you perform write operation on a data item. Write operation on T3, right? First one is this one, and the second one is this one, and third one is this one. The latest one is, latest write operation is this one. See the level here, first transaction, second transaction, third transaction. Are you getting? Need to based on these operations. Why I write below this, below of this, and below of this. So this is the anger value, means latest value. Latest update this one. First we updated this, second we updated this, and third we updated this. That means the write operation is performing latest value 20. Here the latest value is what? Latest write operation on timestamp is 20. Are you getting? Yes, all of you. Are you getting? Are you understanding? We are performing write operation for transaction 1. This is first transaction, right? After that T3. See here. This is write operation, T3 operation. We performed the second time. This is third time we are performing. That means this one is the latest one, latest update. We'll consider that value only. See ma, you are transferring amount to your friend account. First time you are transferred and some amount is debited, and second time you transfer, some amount has debited from your account. So which changes we are going to update in your database, update in our account? Latest one, right? That's what we are saying here. Okay, reading timestamp and writing timestamp. Timestamp ordering protocol. So those are the rules we discussed here. See, unpassable rules. Here we have data item A, and if you read B data item, we can consider or not? Should not consider. And you are simply we can say performing T1 and T2 operation. Here item 10 and it is greater than, must greater than T2. That's what the rule, right? Where I have written this rule. Okay, so that's what we have written here. After that we are performing read operation and we are performing write operation, if I consider. But here we are performing number of updates on a data item. Then we committed here. So in between this, while you are doing updates, you are performing without a commit operation. So you are writing data in T2 transaction. Is it correct? No, it is wrong. So this will, after committing this read operation or write operation in the T1 transaction, then the end of the T2 transaction, it is going to be failed. Okay, first T1 transaction completes only, we can go for T2 transaction commit. So in this situation, if it is failed or you are not performing these operations well, so what is the alternate way? We have rollback operation. That's what about these rules. You can perform rollback. Okay. That's all about today's session. Okay. We will see in the tomorrow session. We will see Thomas Wright rules and all. Okay.